Hello, I'm Austin Heyman. Welcome to Seniors Today, a monthly program produced by the Commission on Aging and devoted entirely to issues and interests of Montgomery County seniors. This month we get nutrition tips from the county's Director of Senior Nutrition Programs, and we'll talk about the serious issue of fire safety, particularly for seniors. But first, 6 years ago, the county held its first ever summit on the future of libraries. It was a huge success from the standpoint of public feedback and turnout. However, since then, libraries and their roles in our community have evolved even further. Recently, the county held its second Library of the Future Summit. And here to tell us more about what happened is Parker Hamilton, the Director of Montgomery County's Public Libraries, and Mary Ellen Icaza, the Manager of the Virtual Services Branch. Well, welcome back to Seniors Today.
It's good to be back.
Well, you had a big event. I was there. It was very exciting. So what did you learn? What do you take away from that?
Well, we asked 4 questions of our participants and folks who are interested in Mr. Leggett's summit. The first question was, what is the one issue impacting your quality of life? And the second question to that was, what can the library do in order to impact that issue that you identified? So we are in the process of working through the comments and suggestions, but the evolving topics, aging, retirement, education, especially financial education, employment, housing, and one that was very interesting to me was parenting. Parenting as an adult, an older parent, and also parenting teenagers.
Both ways.
Both ways. And so, so we're figuring out how to respond to that. What are the programs and services that we're not currently offering that we should consider, or either what are the programs that we have in place and folks are not aware of? So that communication and marketing becomes really important.
So technology is definitely something that's on the plate that was not on the plate probably 8 years ago to the degree it is now. And in fact, your position is a new relatively new position. Where are we with technology in the libraries?
We are doing a lot of different things with technology in the libraries. We provide a lot of our content digitally. We have ebooks, we have e-magazines, we offer online courses that you can take at your own pace from your computer. And all you need is your library card to access all of that information. And we also offer assistance to people who are new to technology and want to learn more about how to use e-readers, mobile devices, tablets.
Well, that's terrific. So I need some help. What do I do? Where do I go?
The best place you can go first is to our library website, and I can tell you the website address. It's www.montgomerycountymd.gov/library. And from our website, you can search our calendar of events for computer training. And I was just looking at it earlier today. There's a device clinic or one-on-one computer assistance just about every day of the week at branches across the county.
Now, I think before we went on the air, Parker, you were telling me that you also have teens involved in the libraries in regard to technology, among other things.
Yeah, absolutely. We have this wonderful group of teens called our Teen Advisory Committee, and we have about 52 teens under register, 42 are active, and we have a teen associated with all of our libraries except for one, and we're in the process of recruiting that. But they come in and they help our staff do the training with the seniors and adults. So, and they earn school service hours from that as well.
But at the new library, I think you told us that at Silver Spring they have what's called is it a digital bar or something?
Tech bar.
They have a tech bar. Yes, it's very cool. It's right as you enter the library on the 3rd floor, and they have a number of different devices that customers can come up and try to use. It's great if you're new to technology and just want a chance to see how it works. And it's also staffed with library staff who can answer questions that you might have about your own devices.
So some of the branches don't have that, but you can still go in and get help?
Yes, those have, the other branches have scheduled one-on-one clinics. Some branches call them wireless Wednesdays, wireless weekends, and they are sessions that are usually about an hour to an hour and a half long, and a customer can come in for one-on-one assistance either with a teen volunteer or a library staff member. They can bring in their own device and they can learn how to download an ebook or an e-magazine and leave after that session, you know, knowing more about how it works.
And we have supplied all of the common e-devices at all of our libraries, so a resident should be able to go to any of our public library and ask a question, because questions about technology is now the new reference questions.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now you also, I understand you have your own television program. Was it Check It Out?
Check us out.
Oh, check us out, yeah. And you can find that by going to the county.
Yes, you can find it via our library website. Right now we're featuring it. Check us out, and also you can access it from the county cable site.
Now, looking down the road, we have this new library in Silver Spring, and I think there's one under planning in Wheaton.
That's correct.
Are there other plans for changing libraries, or I think building new ones, or changing the ones that exist?
Yes, we have a refresh project. It's a part of this capital improvement plan for the county. And as you know, libraries were renovated every 30 years. Well, we cannot wait 30 years to renovate a library. Right. So we call it a refresh project. And every 7 years, we will look at a library and update it, refresh it, in order to ensure that it is that community space that people want to come in. So we'll look at furniture, we'll look at adding smart rooms, conference room, we'll look at adding new technology in order to ensure that folks who go into Twinbrook will get the same positive experience that they get at Silver Spring Library.
Oh, that's terrific. And also, my impression is that the activities that are going on in the libraries continue to grow. I mean, you know, it's not just a place for books and e-books or whatever, but also you have everything from conversation groups to one of the libraries has a summer series on movies, the Davis Library.
Yeah.
Do you have plans to encourage the development of more of that?
Oh, absolutely. We want to ensure that our young adults have a place to come. We're going to do a marketing campaign in order to get to 55-year-olds to come back. You know, they used libraries when the kids were young, and now they don't think we have anything for them, but we do. And so we want to get that information out. But we are a gathering place. We help with economic development. We help with workforce development. And we just will borrow from other library systems to see what they're doing. Mr. Leggett would love to see us do some cooking classes. It's active learning.
Wow.
And so we're going to see if we can make that happen.
Well, the future of Montgomery County Libraries are very bright. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll talk about the importance of nutrition, so please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, mister, down here. You illegally passed the stop school bus. I'm placing you in timeout, and this timeout means big fines, plus you really could have hurt somebody. That's why school buses are being equipped with video cameras to help kids like me stay safe, so respect the bus.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back. Proper nutrition is certainly important, but it can be a real challenge for some of us as we age. Joining me to talk about these issues is Melanie Polk, the director of the county's Senior Nutrition Program. Well, welcome back to Seniors Today.
Thank you so much.
You know, we hear all the time now, don't eat this, limit this. Well, I mean, I think about eggs and coffee, and then there's gluten. What is gluten?
Well, gluten is a protein that is found in barley, rye, and wheat. And it's one of the substances that if you have celiac disease or if you have a sensitivity to gluten, then you shouldn't be eating it. Unfortunately, we see gluten-free items on restaurant menus.
Yeah,
we
right, all the
see
time.
Aisles with gluten-free products in the grocery store. And most of the people who are buying and eating these gluten-free products do not need to be eating them.
So we're doing things we don't need to do.
So we're doing things that we don't need to do. And one of the things that I find, I think you know that I run the Senior Nutrition Hotline.
Right.
And this is a program that is run by a registered dietitian who happens to be me.
Right.
And every Wednesday morning between 9 and 11, I answer questions from the senior population. And I kind of get the same questions all the time. And I get questions a lot about gluten.
Really?
And a lot of people think that gluten should be avoided because it'll help them lose weight. And there is no published evidence that that is true.
Wow. Before we get too far, what is the hotline number?
The hotline number is 240-777-1100. 240-777-1100.
So you're going to get some more calls now, but
I hope so.
How about coffee? I mentioned that. I mean, I was told a long time ago maybe not to drink too much caffeine. Is that still true? Or?
Well, I think it's important in general that when you read or you hear about one particular study or even two particular studies, don't go change your habits, because we need to have studies that are replicated, that are done several times in order to really know whether it's time for health professionals to make a new recommendation. And coffee is one of those things. A few years ago, we heard that coffee could increase the risk of pancreatic cancer. Now, a new, very large Korean study has come out that shows that 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day can actually decrease the risk of heart disease.
Oh my goodness.
And possibly it might be beneficial for diabetes.
Oh my
now, 3 to 5, I would be very, very jittery on 3 to 5 cups of coffee. So I think the bottom line is we need more research, number one. If you drink coffee, that's fine. If you get jittery from coffee, don't drink it. And I think we're not ready to make a recommendation.
I'm beginning to think that old saying, everything in moderation, may make sense.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Now, another one of these issues, at least for many of us, is eggs. I mean, like eggs, but again, some people who have perhaps heart issues have been told, you know, limit your eggs. Has that changed too?
Well, I think it has changed, and I think that the Dietary Guidelines Committee is considering leaving cholesterol off of their list of recommendations this year. And I think that the bottom line is that previously the American Heart Association recommended no more than 3 eggs per day. And that included all the egg yolks, because the egg yolks...
3 eggs per day, every day? I mean, wow.
No, I'm sorry, 3 eggs per week.
Per week, yeah.
Per
okay,
week.
Right.
Okay. So people were counting the number of eggs that they were eating, and sometimes forgetting that the cake or the pastry or the casserole or whatever had egg yolks added to it, and so they had to count that also. And it was something that we really do not need to worry about as much as we thought we did.
Well, that's good news.
Now, yes. Now, if you eat an egg a day, that's fine, unless you have high cholesterol.
Yeah.
And then you want to be a little bit more careful. But for the average American, senior or non-senior, 1 egg per day is just fine.
Well, that's good news. Well, the holidays are rapidly approaching,
Yes.
and that sometimes becomes a challenge for folks.
Yes.
Are there guidelines for
There
that?
are many, many guidelines. And I like, when people ask me that question, I like to say, well, what are you doing the other 363 days during the year? Okay, those are just 2 days during the year. Use moderation, enjoy your food, as much as possible, enjoy your family and your friends, because that's really what the holidays are all about, not necessarily the food. And my recommendation also is that if you're going through a buffet, walk through the entire buffet first. See what's there. Pick out your favorites that you don't eat the rest of the year. So, you know, if you typically for a snack will have some tuna fish on crackers, don't bother taking the tuna fish on a special holiday.
Right.
So it really, again, is moderation, enjoy yourself, watch your portion sizes.
I think you mentioned buffets. I find buffets very challenging.
Well, buffets are challenging because you can have basically as much as you want. My suggestion also, if it's the kind of thing where you everybody brings something, potluck, okay, bring something that you especially know that you can eat without having to worry about saturated fat or sodium or gluten if you're gluten insensitive, and that way you know you've got something to eat.
Well, think of the holidays. I think also of sweets. Are there general issues about too much sweet stuff?
Well, in general there are issues about too many sweets, and I think that the most important thing to remember about sweets is if there are lovely cookies out, enjoy a cookie or two. You don't have to eat 4 or 5 cookies.
Right.
Same thing with pie. Let's say it's Thanksgiving and there's pecan pie and there's pumpkin pie and there's apple pie. Pick out your favorite and have a small portion. The other thing that I like to do, if I like to taste a variety, is I'll take a very slim sliver of each one, and I've gotten to taste them. Eat it slowly, enjoy the taste and the texture, and just enjoy it. Enjoy the holidays.
Great. Well, enjoy your holidays, and thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
When we return, we'll conclude today's show with some very important fire safety tips. So please stay with us. We'll be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now. Be active, Montgomery. Be active. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery. Be active, Montgomery.
Welcome back to Seniors Today. Fire prevention is an extremely important issue and one of the most vulnerable groups of people with regard to fire safety are seniors. Just last month, there were 7 home fires in one morning in the metropolitan area. Joining me to talk about this extremely important issue is Jim Resnick, the Senior Citizen Fire Safety and Education and Outreach Services Program Manager for the Montgomery County Fire Rescue Service. Welcome back to Seniors Today, Jim.
Great. It's nice to be with you today, Austin.
So let's just start back at the beginning. About 8 years ago, there was a Senior Citizen Fire Safety Task Force report.
Yep.
We've had 8 years of work. Where are we with that?
Well, let me go back for a moment. That task force was put together because of a spike in fires, including fatal fires, unfortunately, involving seniors in Montgomery County.
Right.
It was part of a national trend, and to get ahead of this problem, the county executive at the time, the county council, the fire chief, all put their heads together and said, we've got to attack this problem. They came up with a very, very comprehensive plan as a result of the work of that task force. The plan was published in 2007, 2008, and it included about 45 different recommendations for what the fire rescue service and the community overall could do to improve the safety of seniors in the county.
So the bottom line is, are things better?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We're seeing a gradual trend in which we've got a decreasing number of fatal fires involving seniors and overall a very slight decrease in the number of fires involving seniors overall. Now, some of this is the good work that's being done by our citizens, by our firefighters, and by a lot of other folks out there in the community. Community groups such as the American Red Cross are partners with the health department and the police department. But a lot of it is also, unfortunately, due to good luck, okay?
So we're still having issues there. What are some of the primary causes for seniors of having fires?
Number one cause of fires involving seniors' homes as well as everyone else in the community is unattended cooking. Folks put something on the stovetop.
So easy to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're human beings and we get distracted by other things. Whether it's a knock on the door or a telephone rings or we have to use the restroom, whatever the case may be. The best strategy is if you're cooking something and you've got to leave the kitchen, turn it off.
Right.
You can always turn it back on when you come back in.
So I see a few smoke alarms here. I take it that having the right smoke alarm is important prevention.
Absolutely. You got to have the right equipment and you have to have a plan for what to do if any of these devices activate. So the first thing I want to talk about reference the smoke alarms is the law, the change in the smoke alarm law. As I've gone throughout this county and I've met some incredible people at all of the senior centers, at different types of groups and so on, what people tell me they don't know about is they're not aware of the update of the Maryland State Fire Code and the law. So the short answer is this. Starting on January 1st of 2018, a battery, like this 9-volt battery, cannot be the primary power source for a smoke alarm. You can't have this as the main power source. If you already have a hardwired system with wires that are attached up in the ceiling, then that's your primary power source and you can have this battery as a backup.
So a lot of people who have in apartment houses, they're probably going to the, and I know where I live, they've just recently rewired the smoke alarm. But in your own home, you probably don't have the hardwire, so what's the alternative?
So the alternative is one of these types of devices which has a sealed 10-year or long life battery in it. There is a battery in this smoke alarm, but the battery is sealed in here. It's part of the integral part of this smoke alarm, and I can't take it out. So the smoke alarm has about a 10-year lifespan, and the battery that's in here that I can't take out also has that 10-year lifespan. So in 10 years, when this thing starts making that little chirp to let me know that it's time, I not only take down the battery, I'm taking down the whole smoke alarm and I'm replacing it with a new one, which is a 10-year one.
You know, the weather's getting colder now and so on. A lot of folks, including me, have space heaters. Is that a problem?
Space heaters are a huge problem when it comes to fires. We kind of put that in the realm of heating devices, electrical devices, and other things like that. But space heaters are a wonderful tool to make an area that we're in warm for the time that we're awake. But when we're asleep, we need to shut those off. If it means I got to have an extra blanket on top of me, then I'll go ahead and do that. Also, space heaters or anything that creates heat need space. You should have at least 36 inches, 1 yard, all the way around anything that creates heat.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I didn't know that. So you mentioned cooking, space, I guess you got to be careful about the fireplace.
Absolutely. Any kind of a heating device, fireplaces. And when we talk about space heaters, real quick, I want to go back to that. It's not just the electric plug-in that have the hot coils, but also oil There's ones that look like radiators.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, you've got to give those devices space and not leave them on when we're asleep.
I know you give a lot of presentations around the county. What's the primary question you get?
Well, going back to the smoke alarm law, that's probably number one. The second thing is for people that live in multi-family buildings, apartment buildings, and condominiums, if the fire alarm goes off, do I have to get out?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yeah. As a good citizen, you have to get out. As someone who wants to be as safe as they possibly can, you have to get out. You've got to have a plan. You've got to practice the plan. Now, as we talk about seniors, we're talking about folks that have mobility issues. I've met hundreds and hundreds of people that use canes and walkers and wheelchairs. It's important for them to have, if they can't get out easily, they've got to have a good plan B for how to make themselves safe. And the answer there may be, if you can't get out, then get as many closed doors between themselves and the problem if there's a fire. But all of this goes back to one of the first tools, which is to have a working smoke alarm where they are.
And they're supposed to be in every bedroom, I believe.
Well, the law says you have to have one for each level of your home, and you have to have at least one immediately outside of each sleeping area. Now, it's nice as our hearing starts to get to be not as quite as good as it was, to have another one in our bedroom too, just to make sure that we can hear it.
Your department also deals with the rescue squad. When is the time that I call the rescue? So what is?
Great question, because of all the calls that we run, almost 80% are medical in nature. We want someone to call 911 to request an ambulance if they know that someone is hurt or sick, or there's a chance that they're hurt or sick to the point where they may not be able to take care of getting themselves to the doctor or the hospital on their own.
Well, that's important information, and your department has done some wonderful things, and it's great that you're out there helping people understand what the priorities are and the needs are.
Well, Chief Goldstein from the fire chief of the county executive, the county council have all been so supportive of having us get the word out here like this, and I'm glad to be part of it.
Thank you for doing what you do, and thanks for coming back to Seniors Today.
Anytime.
Well, that's it for this month's Seniors Today. Don't forget that you can access a great deal of information about county services for seniors by going to the Montgomery County Senior website at www.montgomerycountymd.gov/seniors, or call the Senior Resource Line at 240-777-3000. And as always, thank you for watching Seniors Today.
Be active, Montgomery.
Starting today, you can be active and treat yourself to a wide array of great activities offered by Montgomery County Recreation. With 4 indoor aquatic facilities and 20 community rec centers that offer exercise and weight rooms, you'll find everything you want from sports and fitness to senior activities, from cooking to dancing, classes, trips, and tours.
Be active, Montgomery.
Yes, starting today, you can work toward a healthier lifestyle. Learn a new skill, relax a little, or just meet new people. Visit our website to see all the exciting programs, activities, and classes available to you. And
Be active, Montgomery.
Driving is serious business. When you're talking or texting on a cell phone, your reaction time can be impaired. That's why Maryland passed a law that bans the use of handheld cell phones while driving. If you choose to ignore the law, the results can be perilous.
County Cable Montgomery, your information station.